Okay, folks, we are live here. Live talking Forrest Fenn Chase. Um, yeah, so anyway, I got in on Gabriel's show last night a little bit. Just wanted to pop in there and see what Gabriel was blathering about. Um, Gabriel, Gabriel really has nothing. All she's doing is, um, talking about talking about what we've already heard before. Same old bullshit. You know, Shiloh's gonna come out with a movie. Shiloh, there's a movie in the works about Forrest Fenn, um, with Chris Christopherson. No, there's no movie in the works about Chris Christopherson and Forrest Fenn. It's just garbage hearsay. If that ever came out, that would be years in advance. Nobody knows about it. It's all just hearsay. None of it's true. Um, so this whole garbage thing, it just pissed me off listening to Gabriel last night in her garbage. Gabriel went on and on and on her channel about, all these projects and these three lions that she's got. The three lions are Justin, um, Shiloh, and John Collins Black is the other lion. Okay, she's got three lions she's talking about. Justin Posey doesn't know shit. He's nothing more than a paid actor. He's a facilitator. They facilitated things through Justin Posey. Posey was used for facilitation purposes. Now, with regard to John Collins Black, okay, John Collins Black is referring to the olive jar as a pickle jar. Why do you think he's calling it a pickle jar? Because John Collins Black is in a pickle. He can't do anything with that jar. Even if that jar contains Forrest Fenn's story, the big reveal, the big story that they want to publish in the media, even if it did contain it, John Collins Black would not use that story. And the reason why we can't use that story is because while the trail, that's right, the provenance, okay, let's look at this objectively. Jack Stoof and Co., Jack Stoof and Group, are John Collins Black. The left hand is giving to the right hand. What they're trying to do is make this look like Jack sold the jar to John Collins Black. Well, Jack and John Collins Black are the same thing. Jack is just a stooge. He's just a stooge for these people, for their media production. That's all Jack is. Okay, so if John Collins Black bought the jar from Jack Stooge, John Collins Black and Jack Stooge are the same person. You gotta remember here, the whole idea from the beginning was to get the olive jar and publish the contents in the media that are inside that jar. That's the whole goal here. Now we don't know if the original contents were even in that jar. Okay? So all this is ventriloquism. It's just a game of ventriloquism. Jack is their stooge. Okay? He's doing their bidding so they can take that jar and launder it through heritage auctions and get it back to themselves. They're trying to create a unbelievable trail. They're trying to create separation from Jack Stoof. They didn't create any separation. This is like playing Jenga, the game of Jenga. Their whole house is going to fall down. It's going to crash in on them. And it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Okay, that's John Collins Black. And Jens has talked to John Collins Black according to Gabriel. So Jens has talked to John Collins Black according to Gabriel. And maybe he's going to be in Jens's documentary. Okay. Now let's talk about Netflix with regard to Netflix. This is another side project that She is claiming, Gabriel is claiming there was going to be 3 episodes of this Netflix. Okay. So Zoe, Carl, and Shiloh are all going to be on Netflix. Okay, what are Zoe, Carl, and Shiloh going to talk about? Jack's tooth, 9 Mile Hole. We know that 9 Mile Hole is a joke. It's a staged event. It's all been proven that it's all fake. The whole thing was a fake staged production. Jack was set up to be a legal shield to protect the family. So what in the world is Carl gonna say, Zoe gonna say, Shiloh gonna say on there? How Jack found the chest with already exposed all his name. I mean, there's scans and information on the internet. On my channel alone, there's over 100 videos proving it's all fake. And we have land the data to prove it. So what is this epic thing that Shiloh's gonna announce coming up? Something epic? Shiloh doesn't have anything epic. Shiloh's gonna try to sell you another book about ramblings and rumblings 2.0. Is Cynthia gonna buy the book? Yes. Is Kate gonna buy the book? Yes. That's Shiloh's fan club. Cynthia and Kate and a few others. Would I buy that book? No. No, I wouldn't buy that book. We already know what the content of Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0 are. It's based off of a story in the Thrill of the Chase, which Forrest doesn't tell you the whole story. He basically says that Skippy was found in 90 feet of water. Skippy was found in 90 feet of water, okay? He says that in the Thrill of the Chase. Well, in Ramblings 2.0, Forrest Fenn basically writes that Skippy was murdered, okay? They found his body in Cozumel in the water. And he alludes to the fact that it may have been his ex-wife that had something to do with it. You know? So what Shiloh gonna do? What Shiloh's gonna do is give you some more detailed information, maybe about Ramblings 2.0 that you haven't heard in a book. And he's gonna try to peddle that around and make money off of it. Does anybody want to pay for that? Is that epic? Would you think that was epic? Okay. Then there was another statement by Kate Rowe. And this is the next statement you have to look at. Kate Rowe said that she was told that there would be quote unquote international news. International news. What is the international news that Kate Rowe is referring to? And what would that be? Don't be bringing that information out. The Forrest Fenn family, Shiloh, Zoe. I'm telling you guys right now. I'm telling you this right now. Hear me out and listen good. If they want to throw down with the solver, they're going to get what they wish for. And it will be direct, and it will be public, and it will not be pretty. These people owe money. They haven't paid up on their bar tab, and they know it. So Flores ran up a bar tab, okay, guys? He ran up a bar tab, and he left out of the bar and didn't pay his bar tab. The family owes money. And they don't pay money, and Shiloh knows it. They try to put their head under a rock and play like they don't. Well, it doesn't do them any good because they can't do anything with their store. They can't go public with it. They're going to be confronted. There's nothing they can do. They can't move forward on their projects. Why? Because they've lied to the public about Jack's tooth. It's all a lie. It's all a scam. And unless they rectify the scam, they're going to have to deal with the solver. They can't get past the solver. There's no study without the solver. And they need to pay the solvers what they need to do. If they want to tell the story, they need to pay the solver what they pay the solver. You're right. You're right. The solver is owed money and they know it. Big money. Okay? And they can run, they can hide, they can cover, they're not going to. Why? Because they're too greedy. They're too greedy. They want their money. You know? They want their money. They want their fame. Charlie wants to be Indiana Jones. Charlie, you ain't gonna be no Indiana Jones or I should pay your bar there that your grandfather ran off. And I'm sick and tired of listening to Ben Apple and all these fake actors that run around and do Shiloh's bidding. Shiloh pays out. Well, he does nothing. It's a pay-to-play scheme is what it is. Period. You know? And I've literally had it with all of these people collectively. But let me tell you something. If you don't think I have tripwires that are 9 miles wide and 5 miles deep, just come try it. You know, there'll be a cascading sequence of events that will embarrass more than a few people. And that's because you're so fucking stupid. You refuse to pay your bills. You can't keep your electricity on if you don't pay your bill. That's just the way this works. You gotta pay your bill, and you can't keep the electricity on. Period. And you don't think I know the story. I know the story, and I know everybody that's involved here. And you can let around endlessly playing games, and it ain't gonna get you anywhere. Because your entire trail has been recorded. Everything you've done's been recorded. You don't like this? You don't like how new face it is? Well, guess what? You played, and now you gotta pay. That's just the way this operates. And I'm sick and tired of watching Kate Bro and her bullshit. Night in and night out lying to the public. It is lying what you're lying. She either doesn't know what she's talking about or somebody's feeding her lies. And they got somebody running around behind the scenes, okay? And it's not what it really has. It's just the same garbage over and over and over and over with these people. There's no truth to any of it, folks. Not even a shred of truth. They took photographs at the box under a lab at 9 Mile Oil. They tried to feed this to the public, and the people that were behind the scenes that did this think they can reap the benefit of it. No, you're not going to reap the benefit of it. Sorry, it doesn't look like that. It just doesn't look like that. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Bill, okay, Brian Gates, Bill, will be on with me live tonight. Okay, yeah, we'll see you tonight, Brad. Chasing anyway, this is Paul, oh my god. It is Paul. She's not lying technically, she says it's her opinion and getting her thoughts. It's just a bunch of subhumans that try to beat Solver and now they need him. Oh, finally, Blaze, they're in a pickle. Okay, they're in a pickle, and John Balance Black is admitting they're in a pickle. The reason they're in a pickle is because John Balance Black can't produce anything with that job. He can't go anywhere. Okay, the job technically doesn't even belong to him. If there is anything in that job pertaining to the story of Forrest Fenn belongs to this album, it's actually copyright to the album. The song were actually also copyright, and John Collins Black can fuck that around. And the reason I say that is John Collins Black left something through a heritage action, and that was one part of this production that is Jack Stooge. Okay, I can show you that Jack Stooge, they were this one was going to use Jack Stooge to sell the chest at heritage auction before the chest was even in Jack's hands. Go to the article about the Wildcat article. It's a Wildcat article. It's about Jack being fired, and you're going to see the word heritage in capital letters. Guess where the chest was sold? Heritage Auctions. It's all a scripted event that Jack was part of. It is 100% scripted, and there was a team of people that produced Jack. And now they're running around behind the scenes trying to confuse people and act like they've got shit going on. Well, guess what? They're going to have to find out the hard way. Period. And I always get shit there in the chat right now. I mean, I'm not putting blind gates and that shit, but I mean, what they're going to do is figure out who the granny is. That's not the will. You don't need to know. It's on a need to know basis. You don't need to know anything about the granny. The only thing that you need to know is the granny is going to take some people's pants down in public. And going to have some fun doing it. And it's just going to be as ugly as you've ever seen. There won't be anything like it. The day of reckoning is coming. You know, they've lied to you people and lied to you people and lied to you people and lied to you people. And the granny knows everything. And if they want to tell the story, they need to pay their bill. It's just that simple. And they don't dictate the terms to the granny either. They don't dictate the terms to the granny. Period. The granny's had it with these people. John Cleveland's wife was a treasurer of herself. Was he a fan searcher? No, but it was John Cleveland's wife. Brian, I mean, do we know that John Collins Black isn't just a fictitious name? We don't know that's even a real person. I mean, there were so many fakes and frauds running around. You don't know who's real and who's fake. John Collins Black, who was a soldier? I don't know this. Wait, no, you're not going to have any pictures. All right? You're going to get a picture of Forrest Fenn's ass. That's what you're going to get a picture of. Uh, hey, Mario, how's it going? How's England these days? The British invasion. Well, the stuff costs money. If they want to do their media production and they want to pay the solver for his solution, which is copyright, you know, it's a copyright solution. And here's another thing I'm going to get into. There's so many clueless people out there. I mean, I'm not joking around. I'm just absolutely clueless. And I mean, let's have a look at the poll. What's the influence fans poll? And the poll says the answer I already know. And those people have no clue what that means. Well, if Forrest has the answer, then you, the searcher, has the question. So what is the question? If Forrest has the answer, what is the question? You know, I haven't seen anybody tell me what the question is. The answer I already know. So what is the question? Does anybody know what the question is? What is the question, guys? The answer I already know. What is the question? Is okay. Okay, so in Ben Matthew, in Ben, now, Richard, that's not right. In Ben, there's an ultimate truth to this poem. Okay, so in Ben Matthew's interpretation of the poem, the question is, here's the question for Ben Apple. This is the question. Is Phil's then B.B. Cooper? And Phil's response is, the answer I already know. You see, the question is Phil's then B.B. Cooper? What's the answer? Is it yes or no? I mean, this is hypothetical. I'm not saying that that is what the question is. I'm not giving you the question. You have to start the tongue to get the question. Most of you guys have no idea what the question is. There's a historical question that Phyllis is asking you to answer with the poem. It's historical. And if you can't answer that question, you have not solved the poem. You don't know what it is. I mean, so you might say, oh, well, the question is, what Forrest is asking him for the answer to is, where did I hide my treasure chest? Well, what's the secret location of my treasure? That is not the question or the answer. It has nothing to do with that. The question is far greater than that. A DB, what does that mean, Richard? Is the audio too low? Am I legible? Is the audio legible? Well, okay, DB Cooper is Forrest Fenn DB Cooper. Well, Ben Apple was on the show, our show, was about a week and a half ago or a week ago. And he put out this idea that Forrest Fenn is actually DB Cooper. And he put um, so anyway, he went through a list of things. Well, Forrest Fenn said, he's going to take it with him. And there was some kind of movie about, I don't know if it was about some actor that had, like something about taking it with him on there. And there was, he presented a lot of reasons why Forrest put him in DB Cooper. And I mean, I look at those objectively, and I agree with Ben that there's something going on with the DB Cooper thing. It's clear to me that there is something going on with this DB Cooper stuff. Now, do I believe that Forrest Fenn is DB Cooper? No, I do not. I do not believe that for a minute. I believe that the DB Cooper cover story is Forrest Fenn's cover story. It's just a cover story is all it is. He's trying to make you think he's DB Cooper because DB Cooper never came forward. So Forrest Fenn was a fighter pilot. He jumped out of he parachuted out of his jet when it crashed in Vietnam. Um, so that's one aspect that makes it look like he is DB Cooper. So he parachuted out. Let's see. The other aspect would be, um, I mean, there's some other similarities in there, but not many. Just the parachuting out in Vietnam. Um, but as I said, it's a cover story. And then with regard to the book, that to me is a treasure hunt that somebody started. Now, it may have been Forrest Fenn that did it, or it may be that Forrest Fenn just took the book, and copied information from it to his thrill of the chase. He actually took from the book, and incorporated that into his thrill of the chase. Because if you look in the book, oh, he talks about the thrill of the chase. He says that there are 7 clues instead of 9 clues. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, I just think it's a clever story. It's Fenn's clever story. He needed a clever story for himself, so he's trying to act to everybody like he's DB Cooper. It's not I don't believe it, but I see that Fenn has incorporated this stuff into his books to make people believe it, but it doesn't. It's not the actual story. Let's see here. The 17 people in here. Granted is artificial intelligence. Yes, I am. I am artificial intelligence, Richard. Um, as the bell tolls. Okay, yes, as the bell tolls. Oh, I've probably ways I've never seen your response to me the other day in the comment section of one of my videos. I asked you what the question was, and that doesn't jive with me what you said. I mean, yes, you're explaining that there are Roman numerals in the poem. There are, you know, There are numbers in the ball, but you didn't explain what the answer is. So what is the question? I didn't hear the answer to that. Magdalena, Grandma Galena. Yeah. Yeah, I decided to go live today. I'm kind of annoyed. I caught some of Kate Bro's show. I don't want to listen to Kate Bro anymore. All she does is give you information. It's all just hypothetical. It's hearsay. Eh, you can't prove any of it. And then this John Collins Black thing with his pickle jar. And yeah, John Collins is in a pickle. He really is in a pickle. He's in a bind, so to speak. And all the clowns that are behind Jack, they're all in a bind. You know, they got nothing. You got no story. You can't go public with anything. Everybody sees your trail. Your trail is very apparent. It's like the football play. It's like watching football. It's like the quarterback attempting a handoff to one of his guys on his team. You know, he hands the football off to some guy on his team. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows what happened. You know, and you're going to go into the media and produce something that's all that's laughable, just laughable. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. And that's whether there's anything even in that jar. Period. Yeah, he is in a pickle. He's in a pickle. I mean, I've seen the jar referred to as an olive jar, a glass vial, um, etc. That and I saw the other day, I think this is on Ben's show. And Candy was in there trying to suggest that what's epic that's coming up, the thing that's epic that's coming up is X marks the spot treasure on 2. So X marks the spot treasure on 2. But as far as I know, the guys behind X marks the spot, I forget who that studio was that did that podcast, but I think they went belly up. They're bankrupt. They don't have any money. As far as I know, they're bankrupt. Got 16 people in here right now. Um, let's see here. Equals TI. Element TI is column 4, row 4. Answer. The answers I already know with a mathematical formula. Okay, 5 ways. I don't know how to say this to you, but you're getting into the mechanics of the ball, okay? How you're getting into the mechanics of the ball, and you're saying, well, this is how the mechanics of this ball work. But there is a question being asked, and this is a question being asked to the world. Forrest Fenn says, as I have gone alone in there, and he says, I can keep my secret. My secret where? My secret. Okay? This is for a secret. Now, this secret is a very important secret. Okay, what is the secret that he's talking about? Is it where that treasure chest was located? Is it? No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that treasure chest. My secret is the answer that you're seeking. So what is the answer that you're seeking? That is Forrest Fenn's secret. If you know what the answer is, then you know what the question is. If I believe you don't have the answer, okay? There's a bunch of people here in chat that have the answer. They all have the answer. They all have the answer. They're Indians. They're dressed up. They're playing a game. They have the answer. They're just not going to give the answer. And yes, Roman numerals are very important. It's a Roman as well box. There's Roman numerals in two-file law. If you go to the page, all the pages have Roman numerals on in two-file law. It's part of the story. It's part of the bigger story, but you have to know what that story is about. I mean, does he have somebody at the Catholic Church? What is it? What is he getting at here? D.B. Cooper? I mean, I heard this idea about Forrest Fenn having something from San Lazaro that nobody's seen before, some kind of a secret he discovered in San Lazaro. Is that what it is? We know that Jack Skiff was just a vassal of somebody else. He was a stooge. He played his role. He played his role on the stage. Failed attorney. Forrest said mayor will not help you. Oh, failed attorney. Forrest said mayor will not help you. Where did Forrest say that? That mayor will not help you. I got you. Why was Forrest talking about Spanish class and Miss Ford? He also said normal punctuation. No one listens. Why was he talking about Spanish class and Miss Ford? Why was he on the second floor of a school escaping out the window? I believe that there are Spanish words that are helpful. Absolutely, I do. I do believe that Spanish words are helpful in this then. You know, another thing that's very important is there's a thing in there's a line in the Thrill of the Chase where Forrest is talking to Miss Ford, and Miss Ford says, "Were you paying attention?" or something like that, and Forrest says something to the effect of, "You know, my eyes were open, my eyelids were closed," and then he says something to the effect of, I forget what he says. He says, "I didn't even suspect anything." And this is an extremely important part of the Thrill of the Chase, because the Thrill of the Chase was a story that you were being told about a treasure chest full of gold that you could have in the Rocky Mountains. And now they're finding out that none of that was true. And that line in the Thrill of the Chase is what Forrest is talking about, where he says, "Miss Ford, I didn't even suspect anything." Okay? It's like Forrest Fenn is dressed up as somebody he's not, and he's presenting stuff to you that's not true. And nobody within the treasure hunting community even suspects anything. And Forrest said this. He said, it's not who you are. It's who they think you are. And charlatans propagate the thrill of the chase. So the reality is, it isn't Forrest that isn't, well, anybody suspected he was. He's, I hope nobody ever finds out who the real Forrest Fenn is, he said. Uh, Spanish for Ford is Vado. That's true, Treasure Runner. That's true. That is absolutely true. There's other words in there too that are very, very helpful that are in Spanish. Like, for example, there's a line, you know, uh, there's a picture of a cat, in the book. And I think there was the line, there's something about socks in there. And if you take the word socks, it's spelled Socks. But if you listen for Spanish, it's Socks. Socks is spelled socks, Socks, which is, you can see that the cat there, and that has to do with Spanish too. The challenge is for everyone to leave behind their wish to be correct and outweigh that with the need for the virus to fail. But trust me, I believe if you heard the real story, you would drop yourself and you would surrender. You would be under just like that. If you heard the real meaning behind the ball, you would just drop your solution. You would say, I admit defeat. You just haven't heard the real meaning yet. You have a bunch of people running around, playing games, hiding information because they don't want to tell you the meaning. Because they want to capitalize on it. They want to make money. It's all about making money. Why do you think Forrest Fenn's milking the cow in the butt? What do you think that milk cow is? That's a cash cow. That's a cash cow is what that is. Yeah, he gives you to come find it. That's right. He gives you to come find it. While if you're breathing in the living, if you're breathing in the wood, technically speaking, if you look at that word in the wood means you're crazy. You're stark raving mad. You are absolutely bonkers if you're in the wood. You have to be brave, but you have to be absolutely crazy to be in the wood. And brave, brave rhymes with grave. Brave rhymes with grave. Well, if I believe we aren't going anywhere until then. If people are years more going nowhere, then we will. Okay, but if the family already knows the solution, why don't they just publish it? They already know what the solution is. You're telling me China doesn't know the solution at all? Of course he does. Of course he does. He knows what every single word means, what every single line in there means. Mario, it is in a safe place. That's right. It is in a safe place. It's very safe. Where if you found Forrest, you have the answer, in my opinion. Well, Abiquiu and Chihuahua means Timberwood. Abiquiu and Chihuahua means Timberwood. Yeah, treasure hunter, that Abiquiu, New Mexico, that's an area where I've been a number of times. And I believe that is definitely a location that Forrest Fenn was using. Absolutely. You can see it in the stories. It's all through the stories. Um, you talk about the connection to the monks, Christ in the desert. Absolutely. It's there in the stories. This wasn't some spiritual, philosophical journey. That was just bullshit to extend the mystery of the chase. The chase, however, had a finite end. Bad Cassandra or go insane, finally boys. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, no place for the meat Christ in the desert monastery. Were they still brewing their own beer today? Yeah, the thing is, Treasure Hunter, also, Forrest talks about bells and stuff. Like ringing bells and all the stuff about bells. If you go down there to Christ in the Desert Monastery, there's a bell there right there on the monastery. You can ring the bell. I can show you, um, from Little Earth, I can show you, the teachers with ropes. And she's got all the kids in a row with that rope. I can show you from Google Earth outer space. 100% that picture by Abigail. 100%. Absolutely 100% matches. So, I mean, from my perspective, you're looking at multiple canyons here. And Abigail, New Mexico is absolutely one of the spots. But that's not the only spot. He's got multiple spots that, because this column is the interesting thing about this column is there are multiple canyons, so it's layered. You can be talking about one area, but simultaneously applying it to another area at the same time. Absolutely, absolutely. Many references to religion. So I, uh, I put out a video earlier, and it was an audio clip, and it was Forrest and Shiloh talking. And this was supposedly after Jack found the treasure chest. And I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I know matter of factly that Forrest Fenn would never say, he would never tell Shiloh. Shiloh says you could even hide something in the same spot. And then Forrest Fenn says nobody would ever find it there. No, you tell me this, okay? You explain this. Shiloh and Forrest are sitting there having a conversation after the chest has been found. And Shiloh says you could hide something in the same spot. Well, how could you hide something in the same spot if Jack already found the spot? And then Forrest says nobody would ever find it there. That's impossible. If Forrest is going to make a definitive statement, like nobody will ever find it there, well, how did Jack find it there if Jack found it at the spot they're talking about? Obviously, Jack did not find it at the spot that they are talking about. The spot Jack found it at was a staged event. It couldn't possibly be the area that Shiloh and Forrest are talking about. The same spot in Forrestville's house. Yeah, Bill, I mean, we can speculate on where that spot was that him and Shiloh were talking about, but I guarantee you it wasn't that lab that they showed pictures of with the chest cover. He couldn't possibly have been the spot that Shiloh and Forrest were talking about. Oh, around home, Jack wants to know, I agree with you about Kate Pro selling hypotheticals. What is your best non-hypothetical evidence? Um, hypothetical. Uh, with regard to Jack, all I'm doing is looking at Jack's tooth, and I'm taking the collective, um, everything that we're seeing. Okay, I'm taking all of that evidence, and I'm looking at it objectively, and I'm telling you beyond a shadow of a doubt that Jack is fake. There are hundreds and hundreds of indicators that it's a completely made up story. And those indicators, I mean, we don't have direct evidence. We have, you know, what Pam said that the Medium article was written for Jack. Jack didn't even write it. Okay, so if you start there, just that one piece of evidence proves that Jack is fake, that the Medium article was written for it. Now, Capewell wants to sell you this convoluted story that somehow Forrest nudged Jack, gave Jack a nudge, and Jack found it based off of a nudge. No, there's clear evidence that Jack is completely fake. There's no nudge. It's totally, completely fake. It's a scripted event that started back sometime in 2017, probably, or even earlier, where Jack was being used to put, he would post on Reddit, he called into a Gypsy's kiss. He was all part of the script, Jack was. And they just used him to create a timeline, like a narrative. And so then when the chase was over, they could go back and say, oh, Jack did this, oh, Jack did that. There's no proof of any of it. The only proof is that Jack was being used. Okay, if you go based off of the emails, for example, that are in the record in the McCracken lawsuit, in August of 2019, Jack says he's well done with my moral hole. He's done with it. He's out of the chase. It's over, he says. He's done. He's no longer searching, he says. Okay, then fast forward to December of 2019, and Forrest is sending Dale emails and saying he's going to end the chase. And he's going to cause the chest to be photographed and sent to, and then retreat. So literally to conclude, between August and December, August Jack says he's out of the chase. In December, Forrest says he's going to have the chest photographed and sent to, and then retreat. So we're telling me between August and December that Jack somehow figured Forrest Fenn's fall out. No, that did not happen. This was all planned, and it was ended by Forrest. And what you get with Jack is nothing more than a cover story so that the family could protect themselves and they could say Jack found it. And they haven't even said it was in Yellowstone. They haven't even said the cover story is Yellowstone. They're even trying to protect the cover story. They're protecting the cover story, which is Jack. I mean, I'm assuming that's the location that they had picked out. Now, whether the chest was ever there, nobody's ever going to know because there's no video footage. There's a picture of a lid. A lid. That may not even be a full chest. That could just be a lid in the dirt on the ground. I mean, there's no proof that there's anything even in that box that's on the ground. Nobody has pictures of it open. Nobody has video of Jack. Okay, Jack is a millennial. Jack Steve is a millennial. Do you know what millennials do with their cell phones? They do selfies. They record live videos. They do live streams on the internet. They're connected up to every social media app on the internet. And Jack didn't do any of that stuff. Excuse me. It's laughable, okay? It's just laughable. No place for the meek is Moses up there on that crazy cliff playing catcher in the rye. Uh, they use your desire to be so for redemption. People still rattle on about this shit and can't even tell it goes nowhere. The worst ones will continue with blinders too. 5 police boys, blah, blah, blah. The same spot in Forrest Fenn's house. That's non-hypothetical evidence. It is objective evidence that would be cipher. The Forrest said there's no cipher in the Palm 5 police boys. He said no cipher. I think Forrest had to have Charlotte or retrieve it from the original spot, and that's the only reason he knows today. I don't think Forrest was capable of retrieving it. I completely agree with you. You are 100% right. You're literally the voice of sanity here. I mean, all of these other people, they'll have a faith or they're insane. I mean, it's just obvious that Shiloh was involved here at the end. Okay, so well, you have to do is look at the fact that PM got pieces of the Medium article in October of 2019, October 25th. In October 25th is a date that's it's in the Erskine lawsuit. You're going to see the date of October 25th. So Forrest did that intentionally. He sent that PM email. He sent PM that email intentionally. And so that's the first hint that Shiloh was involved. Why would Forrest be sending his grandson pieces of a fake article about Jack? He's loved Jack Froman. Okay, that's your clue number one that Shiloh was involved. Okay, your second one is Shiloh admitting that the family was talking about alternative endings. So Shiloh says they were talking about alternative endings, and Shiloh got pieces of the Medium article before it was even finished. Okay, and then you got Shiloh discussing the spot after was found supposedly on June 6th. So as well as Shiloh was involved. This isn't all rocket science. Uh, the sad thing is that the definition of insanity is repeating thinking and expecting different results. You start believing the AI back cipher wants what happens in the shadow camp. They are untouchable. The only action to take is to communally pick a champion that is not their voice. Okay, finally, boys. They have to protect Jack because if that whole story unravels, then they perpetuated a fraud on the probate court. Treasure Hunter. Yep, they did. They perpetuated a fraud on the probate court. That's exactly what they did. Not only did they perpetuate a fraud on the probate court, they they lied to all of the people that have family members who passed away and died in the chase, and essentially lied to those people. They had to create a shield for themselves because they had a shitstorm right in here. And so you have to have Jack become the shield, the he's basically the shield for the estate. And even in the Barbarisi's book, Daniel Barbarisi's book, if you look at Daniel Barbarisi's book, Chasing the Thrill, the book is fake. Okay, that book, Chasing the Thrill, was paid for by Forrest Fenn. And I'm assuming most of the text in that book was written by Doug Preston. It was never written by Doug Preston. And Daniel Barbarisi's face was put on the book. If you look at an early version of the book, Chasing the Thrill, you're going to see a claim on the front of that book. The claim is put at escudo. Look it up in the dictionary, escudo, which means shield. Escudo is Spanish for shield. And so the whole story is about Jack steals and how he found the treasures and blah, blah, blah. And that basically is a shield for the estate. Ronald Jack, I agree that things are very fishy. To be blunt, you have a hypothesis until you prove it. Isn't everything just hypothetical? No, Ronald Jack, it's not. I've listened to your videos ad nauseum, okay? And you keep slamming that it works. We have enough evidence to prove, and it's not hypothetical, it's proof that Jack is fake. We have enough evidence to prove it. Jack hasn't presented any evidence that he's a solver. Jack hasn't presented even a shred of evidence that he isn't just an actor. We have photographs of Jack and Forrest through the lawyer's office, but we have proof from pieces of the Medium article from October 25th. If Pan produces that, if Pan produces that, we have proof that this was all this is a big made up story from the beginning. It was all baked in, it's all fake. We have proof of that. I mean, you could say it's hypothetical, but even in a criminal case, even in criminal cases, circumstantial evidence is used, and we have circumstantial evidence. I mean, in case you said we have direct evidence because we were there on the ground, we saw Jack, we watched those video cameras. No, nobody has that. But we have hypothetical, we have circumstantial evidence that proves that Jack is completely fake. And here's a big one for you, right home, Jack. Here, let me give you another one. This is a big one. And I have talked about this over and over and over. And there's a lot of people that just don't understand this. They can't get this through their head. They're not smart enough. Most of the people in this chase can't. They don't know what 1 plus 1 is. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that. It just does. 1 plus 1 is 2. It's a simple mathematical equation. Okay, let me give you this. On June 6th of 2020, Forrest said, the treasure has been found. It was under a canopy of stars in the lush forested vegetation of the Rocky Mountains. June 6th of 2020. Okay, fast forward to July 1st of 2020. Okay, this is like 1 month later. 1 month later, baby. A press release came out in Augusta, Maine. Okay, this press release came out in Augusta, Maine. And if you read through the press release says that I come to you with empty hands. This is July 4th of 2020. This is after the treasure has been found. I come to you with empty hands. I had nothing, the guy says. I don't have anything. And I'm going to send that as that mean that could be a fake press release. That could be somebody just stuffing the treasurer. No, it's not. No, it's not. In any criminal case, Ronald Jack, you could use that as evidence. Where that is the evidence in that article? Well, the evidence is this. Let me show you what the evidence is. In that article, the person who wrote that press release has announced who Jack is. That's in July of 2020. Jack didn't come forward until September of 2020. Whoever wrote that press release knew who Jack was in July of 2020, and they said Jack doesn't have any chest. He doesn't have any treasure. In July of 2020, that was after Forrest made the treasure announcement. Said Jack didn't have any treasure in July of 2020. The whole story's made up. It's all fake. And the reason, and now let me explain to you in that article why it was fake. But let me just explain to you. In that article, they talk about in that press release, they talk about Jack having he uses the word patience, and he spells the word patience Patidents, patience. He says you need to have patience, but he spells patience incorrectly. Okay, that's the getaway that they're talking about, Jack. Well, Jack, we know that Jack was supposedly a medical doctor, and medical doctors have patience. And if you go to the Outside Magazine article, search for the word patience, you're going to see the word patience being used in there, as in medical patients. So back in July of 2020, before Jack even came forward as the finder, somebody knew who he was and took out a press release and said he didn't have the treasure. If this isn't evidence, if that's not circumstantial evidence that Jack is fake, then there is no evidence. If you don't accept that as evidence, you're crazy. Pam knows was and wrote the remembrance of Forrest Fenn. Read the wells, Magic Bullet, Bill Norman. Yeah, I mean, Pam has pieces of it. That's what I've heard. And Mario seems to get it. Yeah, no, Mario, that press release from Augusta me to take it out on July 1st is all you need to know. That's Jack Stoof. That is, I'm not saying that's Jack Stoof. I'm saying that's Jack Stoof's handlers. That's Jack Stoof's teams. That's Jack Stoof's people. That is the people that put out Jack Stoof. They basically said he doesn't have anything on July 1st of 2020. He has nothing. He doesn't have the treasure. And we know that's Jack because they use their word patients. As in medical patients, and they spell it incorrectly. And if you go back to the medium, or you go back to the Outside Magazine article, you're going to see the word patients. And then even the news stories talk about Jack being a medical doctor in medical school. The physical proof lies in the auction website. I think the physical proof lies in the auction website, Treasure Hunter. Not Treasure Hunter. Here's something to think about. Scrapbook 215. Scrapbook 215 came out in October of 2019. It was called Business Partners. Forrest wrote this in October of 2019, called Business Partners. Okay? If you looked into an LLC, look up the definition of a limited liability corporation, an LLC. Do you know what an LLC is? An LLC is defined as business partners. Look it up. Look up the definition of an LLC. It is defined as business partners. Scrapbook 215. So in October 2015, Forrest was already aware that they were going to create an LLC, that it was a business transaction. Yeah, it was a business transaction. That's all it was a business transaction. October 2015 was a business transaction. Scrapbook 215, business partners. Look it up. Ryan Gates says September 23rd of 2020, two things happened. The remembered story and court filing for probate. Yeah, really interesting. Well, and Jack is 100% hearsay. We have never heard from Jack. That's true. We don't know Jack even exists. The those emails back and forth that Jack had with searchers, those could have been anybody. Anybody could have been writing that. I have proof that Jack is a villain. You know what a villain is? A villain is something that repeats everything that is filled. That's what a villain does. And the reason I say that, look up Jack's beer. Forrest mentions Jack's beer in the Dizzy Days flat book that came out in I think it was May or June of 2018. Jack's beer. The symbol for Jack's beer is a pellet. And do you know what a pellet is? A pellet is something that repeats everything you tell it to say. It doesn't come up with anything on its own. It just pellets something. In other words, Jack is a pellet. That's all he is. Yeah, I agree with you. The physical proof lies in the option website. Absolutely. Greg is sold out. Greg from Brutal Tier Truth is sold out according to 5 Leaf Boys. Yeah, 5 Leaf. I think Greg, Greg started out thinking Jack is fake. And I believe that he ultimately came to the conclusion that Jack is totally fake. But now he thinks that something else is afoot and he is going to be the solver. Okay, so now he's changing his tune because he thinks he is now going to be the solver. And that's why you see Greg changing his tune and kissing ass with the Fenn family, kissing up, trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. He's trying to change his game up now because he thinks he can get in with the family. Supposedly, he had a half-an-hour conversation with Zoe Love in Santa Fe. Um, so yeah, Greg is trying to change it up, trying to kiss ass with the family. Bill Lemon says that Chastain Girl was not the treasure, battle and more. Well, I agree, Bill. That was just his cover story. That was a cover story. That just was his cover story. But what is the real story if that was a cover story? Well, and more, what is the murder? Cypher absolutely crushes 9 well. I can beat their best. Watch what happens if we go forward. I won't forget your good deeds. 5 Leaf Blaze. Finally, if I have a statement by Forrest that says a cipher will not lead anyone to the treasure. Catherine Champion, another push of weight and see nothing. Yeah, well, that's because the people in charge are willing to do anything. They're just trying to play games and hard. Okay, treasure hunter. Whoever took out the auction site knew what they were doing because they had a law for register it. So the only way to find out who it is behind would take a court order, attorney-client privilege. Yes, treasure hunter, I 100% agree with you. Whoever way on the auction website, flawlessandtreasure.com, was it was part of the it was part of the dark web. Basically, these people that did that were trying to create something that's so hard to get to. Information is so hard to figure out what's behind it that you couldn't figure it out. We know it was Jack. We know ForrestFennTreasure.com is Jack. We 100% know that. We can look at Jack's statement. If you read Jack's statement about him being the solver, the finder, whatever, Jack uses the term Forrest Fenn treasure. In fact, I counted, I think it's like 8 different times where Jack used the term Forrest Fenn treasure. And if you go to Daniel Barbarisi's book, Chasing the Thrill, Daniel Barbarisi says in his book that when Jack contacted him, he contacted him from the website that had the name Forrest Fenn treasure. So the website Forrest Fenn Treasure was what was used to launder Forrest Fenn's chest. They used the website Forrest Fenn Treasure 100%. All you have to go do is none of the evidence is right there on that website. Another interesting thing is this, those sworn affidavits that came out from the Heritage Oxford. These were sworn affidavits from Zoe, from Carl Summers, and from Jack. Okay, these affidavits came out so that they could sell the treasure through Heritage Oxford. These were sworn affidavits. And everything in there that you read was just lies and obfuscation, complete lies. First of all, Carl Summers says that Forrest gifted the treasure chest to Jack Stooth. That's a lie. Forrest never gifted that treasure chest to Jack Stooth. The truth is, Zally gifted the treasure chest. Zally did. Okay? That's who did it. Zally did it. Forrest never gave that treasure chest to Jack Stooth. It was Zally that did it. And she did it after Forrest passed away. That's a fact. We can prove this. These are facts, I'm telling you. This isn't conjecture. It's a fact. We know that Forrest did not give the treasure chest to Jack Stooth. And we know that Shiloh came out after Forrest passed away and said Jack was the finder. Not Forrest. You don't have any statements by Forrest saying anything about it. It was Shiloh that did it. That tells you that Forrest, they had a family intervention, and Forrest did it alone. They said you have to end this Forrest, and Forrest told Shiloh, okay, you're gonna set this thing up in Yellowstone for me, and I'm not gonna be the one that says that Jack is the fighter. You're gonna have to do it. Forrest sent Shiloh pieces of Medium article. Shiloh was involved with the whole thing, and then Sally ultimately have to give the chest to Jack because Forrest didn't want to do it, and he passed away before he did it. And there was no documentation proving anything in the lawyer's office. Nothing. All we have is pictures in there, and everything that Carl is saying is just baloney. There's no proof of anything. There would be some legal documentation showing that Forrest then signed that chest over to Jack. There would be some indication. There was no indication whatsoever that Forrest wanted Jack to have that chest. It was well just a pre-orchestrated stunt. Treasure hunters has legally they had to do everything they could to separate the estate from the treasure chest. If that chest was part of the estate, then those probate lawsuits were potentially valid. Absolutely what they did. Absolutely what they did. They said that the treasure chest is not part of the estate's assets. Is that entitled Barbara Anderson Act? What was a lie? I mean, it was an absolute lie because they were in possession of the chest. They owned that chest. And then and Zally inventoried that chest after Forrest passed away. So that chest was in their possession. But they didn't want it to be part of the estate's assets because they didn't want the estate being sued. So they wanted separate. They wanted to create this separation, which didn't exist. There was no separation. It just lies is all it is. And then and then even the sale, they dictated that the chest would go to Justin Posey. They dictated that. The estate dictated that the chest would be sold to Justin Posey. But wait a minute, if Jack owns this chest, why is the estate dictating that the chest be sold to Justin Posey? I mean, come on, think about it. John Hickey is the one that's holding the gift tax receipt. There's an email, Brian, there's an email in which Jack tells Forrest, if you want to give me this treasure chest, if you want to gift it to me, you can do a gift receipt. Jack tells Forrest that you can do a gift receipt is what he says. Well, guess what? Forrest never did a gift receipt. He didn't do anything for Jack. It was Zoe that did that. Treasure Hunter says yes. When they retrieved that chest early, they had possession and control over that chest while Forrest was alive. Therefore, that chest was part of the estate. Absolutely. Absolutely part of the estate. And Kyle is trying to use smoke and mirrors to create the illusion that it wasn't part of the estate. It clearly was part of the estate. And they had possession of that thing. And then when Forrest died, after Forrest died, Zoe turned it over to Jack, get a gift receipt, and then Shiloh came out and said Jack was the solver. It was all a choreographed sequence of events. Who says there isn't two chests? Well, Galaxy, it doesn't matter at this point because the contents of the treasure chest were in the, even if it's a reproduction chest, the contents were in that chest. The contents that we know firsthand were in that chest. Those gold nuggets were the ones that were in that chest. The dragon poke bracelet, everything was that was in the old chest was in that chest. He can't reproduce the gold. So the chest wasn't worth anything anyhow. Boy, do you know if we can get a hold of that gift tax receipt? Is that something you can get a hold of? Randall and Jack, so do you think they are trying to cover something up or trying to lay breadcrumbs for something else? They be doing both simultaneously. They were covering it up, plus they're leaving breadcrumbs. But, you know, they think they can get away with something. I don't personally think they're getting away with it. You know, they're covering it up, but is it really going to work in the end? Their plan to cover something not going to work. And the reason I say it's not going to work is too many people know what the plot is. There's too many people clued in on this plot. Okay. There are a lot of people that know what's going on behind the scenes. So it, it's just not going to work. Everybody sees what they did. The entire thing was a complete cover up to protect the inheritance for the family. I 100% agree with you, Treasure Hunter. If you read the scrapbook, there's a scrapbook with pellets in it. It has parrots in it, and Forrest did this right before the end of the chase. This scrapbook with the parrots in it. Forrest talks about, you know, um, he basically there's a line in there where he says, like they would come take everything that he has, and Peggy would be so mad if they came and took everything that he has. Basically, what he's alluding to is that if he doesn't cover the ending up, if he doesn't do something to protect his family, they're going to take his entire estate, and they would. It would steal them into the ground for this thing. They would sit them until there's nothing left. The only way that they've been able to get away with this is they set Jack up as their protection, and then they entered into a mutual defense agreement. The estate did with Jack. Jack is nothing more than a vassal. He's a shell. He's a stooge, and they basically were in this fundamental union to protect each other. Yep, yep. Tyler thing was a complete cover up to protect the inheritance of the family. Absolutely. Family plays that we're not fake. We're not part of Chase Incorporated here. We're not fake. His channel is not fake. Okay. The other channels are fake. Greg Thompson. Greg Thompson is still is kind of fake. He doesn't want to tell the truth. I mean, he's not fake, but he's going wrong. All the other channels are fake. They're not going to give you the truth. All they're going to do is lie. They're not going to present evidence. They don't care. All they want to do is play games because they don't want to know the truth because they're in on it. Almost 4 years of this crap. I didn't sign up for this, and yet Shiloh and friends get to keep screwing around with our heads. Yeah, see, you're right. I know when you signed your name on the line there, um, you didn't know this is the way it was going to be. You thought it was going to be clear cut. Well, they thought they could manipulate this all, or they thought they could, control the end here. They control the narrative. They lost control of their own narrative, and now they don't know what to do. Well, they need to pay their bills. It's just plain and simple. If you don't pay your electricity, then you can't keep the lights on. You know? And literally the cyber life is at the job of who Lucifer is. That's ultimately what this is about. Who is Lucifer? That's the question. Who is this Lucifer? They're going around to the Satan, diabolical. What is this all about? They haven't paid the electric bill. They can't keep the lights on. I never tried what contemplated it. Grandma Glenn, why is Shiloh $1 million in oil? Grandma Glenn, okay, that's a good question, Glenn. Shiloh's $1 million in oil because he paid Jack for that stunt. That was a stunt that they put on. And so Shiloh had to be paid. That's why he's $1 million in the hole. That's exactly why he's $1 million in the hole. That's why I'm saying that. So Shiloh's actually telling the truth. He's out to help hints. He's telling everybody this is fake. He's trying to tell everybody I had to do this for the estate, blah, blah, blah. But he's not willing to come 100% clean, but he's trying to do it in his own way. When Forrest sought legal advice on setting up the chase, he was more concerned about property law rights. Who owns it if I put it on this property? He didn't think about probate implications. Yeah, treasure hunter. I think he was put in a real pickle there at the end of his life. He was basically told by the family, you need to end this thing. We want this over with. And that was a whole other legal quandary. That was a whole other legal quandary that he hadn't thought about it. It had chance was part of the estate when Forrest died, but was unavailable because it was still hidden in wood. She is, well, I don't know, that was to the state where it was located. Well, we don't know the olive jar. We don't know what was in that olive jar. From my understanding, the olive jar contained very secret information. SSP means it would be forfeited. Okay. Okay, I see what you said. Um, the olive jar was in plastic bag by 2019. I think they may have just stripped the contents out of that olive jar, Catherine Champion. And I think when Shiloh put that thing in Yellowstone for Jack to go retrieve, I think they switched the olive jar out. It's just a replica. It looks like the original. It's not even the original. MG Inzer Glenna, I think this is a computer. No, MG Inzer, this is a collective. So I will see what I can do here. Well, finally, Blaze, Forrest Fenn was running a fishing scheme in the Rocky Mountains. He was running a fishing scheme. It's a giant game being played in the Rocky Mountains. Okay. It was a fishing scheme. Unfortunately, it got out of hand, and I don't think he contemplated how vast the internet is and how information travels in the information age. When once you engage all of these people simultaneously, you can't get out. It's like a handball. It doesn't work like that. You can't run a giant fishing scheme in the media and think that you can run away from it. You know, it is gonna touch your life. It is gonna touch your estate. You know, I don't know anything, Martha, Grandma Glenna. Glenna, uh, you know, Glenna, we know you're an actor. Yeah, you do a pretty good job of it too. You pretend to be this funny, nutty old grandma, but I know that we know better than that. We know better than that, Grandma Glenna. Alan Chase, I can't tell if you're taking instant joy or inhaling. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's great, Alan. Atlanta, you're an actor. Why? Once you act, you're a pretender. Why does Forrest Fenn give so many hints toward 9/11 in the World Trade Center? Well, maybe he's talking about a terrorist attack. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Maybe there's a parallel to 9/11 and the terrorist attack that took place on September 11th. Maybe if you look back in history, there's some kind of historical parallel that he's giving. A machine. MJN's a machine. Yeah, there's two towers on the treasure box. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and why did Jack slide in New York? Two trips. Why was Jack in New York? Why would Jack slide in New York? You think Jack was giving out hints? It did reaches you and all New York. What do you think? 20 hours, 9/11. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to read something here. Uh, Let me see if I can read something here for everybody. I'm going to be reading something here. I'm going to find this. To me, this is one of the most important things in the chase. Let's see if we can pull this up on the internet and read this. Okay, this is the press release of the Cowboy or the One Me. Okay, PR distribution update to the recent discovery of the Forrest Fenn treasure. July 1st, 2020, Augusta, Maine. Okay, now I don't know if you guys understand this, but Augusta is one of the detective characters in the Douglas Preston series, the Pendergast series. Augusta is the main detective. The main detective. This press release was taken out in Augusta, Maine. Augusta is the main detective in the Pendergast series. Okay. Here's what the cowboy says. I am the man from back east. I come to you with empty hands and solemn words. It was my intent to bring this message to you while displaying the chest and all of its contents to the world. You may see me, but not my face, due to the current circumstances that are plaguing the country. There has been unforeseen and unexpected delays with taking custody of the treasure. Nevertheless, I would like to bring some information to the public and community of searchers of the Forrest Fenn treasure. There you go. There's the term Forrest Fenn treasure. That connects this press release to the website, the option website, forestfenntreasure.com. He even capitalizes it as if it's an LLC. He says to bring some information to the public and community of searchers of the Forrest Fenn treasure. That's the connection to the option website. Right here in this press release, I would like to quiet the conspiracy and doubt surrounding the finding of the treasure. The treasure was out there and the finder was real. I have chosen to remain anonymous for two very important reasons. First and most important, I have chosen anonymity for the safety of my family. As most of you know, Forrest Fenn and his family have experienced some disturbing incidents over the course of the chase. This has caused me to exercise caution when coming forward. Second, due to the unwarranted and undignified lawsuits that are currently underway, my anonymity protects me from being the victim of such actions. These lawsuits are preventing any information from being released at this time. Any information given could allow a pursuant of these lawsuits the ability to alter their claims, but I can assure you they are wrong. It is my intent to do an interview with a news outlet. It was meant to come sooner rather than later, but as long as lawsuits are pending, such actions will be delayed. During the interview, I will be releasing more information and answering questions. It could be the state where the treasure was found. It could be two states where it was not located. None of these things have been determined. What I can guarantee the public is you will learn the state it was found in. And that's exactly what Forrest did. Forrest came out and said it was in Wyoming. Right after this cowboy said this, and the cowboy represents Wyoming. None of these things have been determined. What I can guarantee the public is you will learn the state it was found in. As far as the sun, that still remains to be decided. It may be in the book that is coming. It may not. All of these things will take time. I ask for here we go. I ask for your patience, spelled incorrectly, and understanding. This is on July 1st of 2020, after Fenn said the treasure was found. I ask for your patience and understanding. During the meantime, ask yourself this. If you had the state, would you want the solution given to you? Or would you like to see if you could discover the solution for yourself? So he asks for your patience and your understanding. So, and then if you go over to the Outside Magazine article, you're going to see the word patience being used in there as well. Jack Stiff, let's have a look at that article too. This stuff is very important because you people need to understand why Jack is fake. And Campbell's not going to tell you this stuff. She doesn't want you to know this stuff. She doesn't want you to understand it. She doesn't want you to talk about it. She's a phone. Okay, so here you go. This is about Jack. This is from the Outside Magazine article, The Man Who Found Forrest Fenn's Treasure. Jack student. He soon entered a post-bachelorette program and then enrolled in medical school. What he disliked most everything about medicine beyond treating patients. There you go. Jack is like, uh, Alan K's only interested in identity. Alan, I really don't understand you. You go on Ben Apple's show. Ben Apple is an actor, okay? I've told you this over and over and over. We all know he's an actor. We know that his wife Ashley is an actress. You didn't even look at the movies on YouTube. Who asked Ben Apple to show you who's paying him to do what he's doing? He's not just he is lying to you when he tells you he's just doing this on his own. He's 100% paid. His scenarios is fake. He ran into Forrest Fenn in a bar in Silver City, Colorado. That's fake, dude. If you're building that story, I know Blanche just out in somewhere. 5 ways you'll never see an acceptable resolution to this without backing an unconnected solver. WC, LFL seekers, Alberta, Opal, as well as holiday season. Most important is who is the real Forrest. That's true, Mario. Keep pushing your wishes to the correct and you'll let them beat you, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like Big Rob. Nikki Lace Long sounds like Big Rob, okay? I'm the only person in this chase with a French coat of arms dating back to the middle of the 12th century with a middle name that means Maryland Southern France. Newman St. Walker Hale, Sudbury dude. Sounds like Tyler. MJ, even better answer, all Yemkin, blah, blah, blah. Chad. Uh, mm, okay, so here's a little secret. Let me tell you a little secret. Shiloh recently came out and said no second treasure. In regard to, I think it was Ralph that sent him, and somebody sent him an email, and he said no second treasure. Well, what Shiloh's not telling you is no, there is no second treasure out there to be found. It's not out there, but there is a second treasure. It's just not out there for you to find. Okay. And what if you have the solution to the problem? You already own the second treasure. Now let them fool you. If you have the solution to the problem, you own the second treasure. And they can play games all they want. It doesn't matter. Uh, Alan K. at Ready. Is your purpose to prove something wrong or prove something right? Alan, my purpose is to expose liars and fakes, by which April is a chief. She has been leading the community around by the nose for years. I'm just disgusted with her channel. And she will not tell people that Jack is completely fake. And she knows he's fake. She knows he's fake. Cable knows Jack is fake. But she won't say it on her channel. She'll say things like, well, maybe he got a nudge, maybe this, maybe that. She knows he's fake. All the evidence is there. We've already shown all the evidence, but she won't say it. So my goal is to expose lies and fakes. That's what my goal is. Dobby B, when the truth all is told, there will be no challenge in my opinion. Dobby B, I think that the real solution and the answer with supporting evidence would be so shocking, there would be not a single person that would be able to hold a candle to it. None of them would. They would just scatter in 100 directions because they don't have one, they don't even have a candle they can hold to it. Alan K, I actually have a question for you, Alan K. I see you on Ben Apple's show. I see you running around and seem to be annoyed with the whole Jack thing. Now, let me ask you something, Alan. You're rubbing shoulders with fakes. Alan, how does it make you feel to rub shoulders with a bunch of fakes? Okay? You're on Ben Apple's show. Ben is fake. We all know he's an actor. Okay? Justin Posey is a fake. He's a total fake. I can prove that he's a hired shill. He's a hired shill. Okay? The guy is in New York Magazine. He's got a broad sniffing dialogue. All of that is for media consumption. That is for stories in the media. He is literally out of a media production. You can read through the article in the New York Magazine. It's all fake. There's hints and clues in the article itself. Oh, well, the article. Alan didn't write it. I mean, Justin Posey didn't write it. Justin Posey is a poser. A poser is a fake. Justin Posey. And then I showed beyond a shadow of a doubt, Jack Stiff. There's an Onion article about Jack Stiff. Okay, in the Onion article, it refers to Jack as Justin Glick. His name is Justin Glick in the Onion article. Well, Justin Glick sold his chest to Justin Posey. You guys have seen this, and then it talks about rusted scissors in the Onion article. This is an Onion article from like 2010. Talks about rusted scissors, and Jack's his name is Justin Black. And then years later, Jack sells his treasure chest to Justin Posey. It's just all fake, guys. It's a script. It's just a script is all it is. These are people who are writing this stuff off behind the scenes, making up fake stories. Treasure Hunter, out of all of the movies or productions that are ongoing, is anybody taking it from the standpoint that this thing was faked, or are they going with the story we've been led to believe? You know, Treasure Hunter, if you listen to the podcast, X marks the spot. X marks the spot. I think their narrative is that Jack is fake. If you listen to X marks the spot, I mean, like, they said like 100 times in there that you can't fool a con man. They referred to Forrest as a con artist. Okay, and X marks the spot. So X marks the spot is going by they are saying that Jack, like, in my opinion, they are saying that Jack is fake. And you know, that's a good question, Treasure Hunter. When this 3-part series comes out on Netflix, okay, it's gonna have Shiloh, Zoe, and Carl Summers. Is that 3-part series on Netflix? Is it going to try to make Jack look believable? Or are they going to throw in an element that maybe Jack is fake? In other words, are they going to keep pushing this narrative that maybe Jack is fake? Maybe it's a setup. Maybe Jack didn't find the treasure. You know, maybe there's still a treasure to be found. You know, what is going to be their angle? What are they going to push on that Netflix? That's a good question. You know, what is Netflix going to push when that comes out? Catherine Champion, Netflix with no dark stove or any real solver makes the Netflix a hoax. I agree with you, Catherine. But what are they going to say? Are they going to make it sound like maybe there is a treasure out there? Are they going to make Jack look fake? What are they going to do in there? Netflix will not happen because there is nothing of interest, no motive, and no real drama. You know what, Catherine Champion? It's a Vox Media production. It's not even Netflix. It's Nomadic that it's doing it, and it's Vox Media. I understand it's been filmed, but we don't know that Netflix is really even going to run it. It's not. I don't think it's even been approved to be run. It would just be 3 episodes. Is Netflix going to actually do it? We don't know that. At this point, the jury's out on whether it even was. Catherine Champion, no one wants to hear and see another shit about Cynthia. I feel exactly the same way as you did, Catherine. I cannot stand Cynthia Meacham and K-Pro. I can't stand those two. I'm so sick of those people. I can't tell you how sick of those people I am. It's constant lies, constant half information, and they've been leading the community around by the nose for years. And they're not giving anybody answers. It's all just smoke and mirrors about things that are going to happen in the future. There's nothing, there's no proof of what they say. They just run around and gossip. Well, Alan Kay, I can keep my secret where, then what is his secret? If it's not the most popular fishing hole in Yellowstone, which I agree with you, it isn't. That's not his secret. Then what is his secret? If I leave ways, if the real story were told about Forrest, then they would definitely have a story. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. I I mean, they might try to just tell the story without the solution, you know? Catherine Champion, let me tell you something. If you want a hint or a clue to what's going on in this Forrest Fenn chase, or read the book Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, written by Jeff, I think it's Jeff Kinney. It was written by someone with direct knowledge of Forrest Fenn. Direct knowledge. If it wasn't Forrest Fenn writing under the pseudonym, it's somebody that has direct knowledge of Forrest Fenn and the chase. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Forrestman talks about wimpy hamburgers in the beginning of his book. That book is just loaded with clues. You know, if you're blading in the wood, if you're a wimpy kid, you're not brave. You know, it's all man, it's loaded with hints. Alvin is looking for Fenn's secret. Yeah, well, his secret definitely wasn't that bronze treasure chest. You know, but Alan, you can derive things from the treasure hunt. Like, why is Forrest Fenn giving you a fake chest? Why is Forrest Fenn giving you a reproduction chest when he said it was an 11th century Romanesque block box? And that thing was not an 11th century Romanesque block box. Why would he do that? So what is he trying to tell you about fates and history and all that other stuff? Why would he do something like that? Ask yourself that. He's putting on a media production. Why is he giving you a fake? Is he saying something's fake? You know? Diary of a Wimpy Kid Fox Air Force. That is a Forrest Fenn production. It even mentions Creighton the fan in there, mentions Sully. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, so, uh, Alan, I'd love to hear your opinion of what's going on here, man. Like he mentions Wimpy hamburgers in the beginning of his book, The Thrill of the Chase. Mario, according to Kate Rowe, there's some kind of quote-unquote international news coming from Shiloh. Okay, firstly, Shiloh can't do anything. Shiloh doesn't own the information. It's owned by the solver. Period. Shiloh doesn't own anything. He's the grandson. It doesn't mean anything. And you know why? And you know why I say that? I have Forrest Fenn on recording say that the solver, the person who owns that treasure, the person who deserves that treasure is the solver of that ball, not Shiloh, not the grandson. No favoritism. Just because Shiloh's the grandson means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. And, Shiloh wanted to pay his bills. Maybe he could have something, but, it's a pay to play scheme. Shiloh doesn't want to pay anything. Mario, curious. You're in England. Um, have you been to the United States to search? Have you ever taken any trips over here, or has everything been done on your computer? Alan Kay, I think the secret was in the jar, or the secret was at the location. I don't think Jack learned the secret. Jack didn't know there was something special in the chest for the finder. Alan Kay, Jack was a stooge, a vassal, a shill, a puppet, a parrot. Jack is just something that's being used for a transaction. It's not real, dude. Wake up. Nobody finds a treasure chest and doesn't open a jar and doesn't look for the secret in there. Okay. Nobody acts totally disinterested in the ending and disappears. Okay. Why is there a solver besides Jack finally plays? Well, of course there's a solver. Jack didn't solve anything. Jack is a cover story. So there has to be a person that solved it. Jack is just a cover story. He's not the solver. He's not anything. He's just a. I keep telling you that Jack Stiv means Stiv in German is a German word for stuff. Stuff. Look up stuff in the dictionary. Manufactured material. So Jack is it means jack shit or manufactured material. So if you read stories about Jack, it's just like consuming shit, made up stories. Okay, if you want to sit around and read fictional stories all day, that's great. Don't think about Jack. It's Jack stuff, manufactured material. There's something in the chest now belongs to the solver. The secret was not in the jar. The secret was at the place by years before. Not path of the champion. I don't think so. I think originally the jar contained Forrest Fenn's secret. And I think they removed the jar from the chest and swapped it out for another jar. That's what I believe happened. Well, Ellen K., what about Forrest hairs in the olive jar? Oh, wait, pickle jar. You know, Brian, that's a very, 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 very important thing you bring up. And leave my trove for all to seek. And you thought about that, Brian? And leave my trove for all to seek. But backwards on the word and. A-N-D. DNA trove. DNA trove. So that's a DNA trove. Genetic trove. That's what he's talking about. A DNA trove. And leave my trove for all to seek. So why leave in his hailers? He said that they could identify him in the future. They could ID him. Alan Page, Brian Page, lawyers he needed to add DNA in the age of the internet to confirm a story. DNA usually solves crimes. Absolutely, Alan. Absolutely. Now you're going down the right trail with Forrest Fenn. What in the world is Forrest Fenn talking about DNA and identifying stuff? How do you hide to Walden, Sage Walker, Catherine Chapman, Seahorse at the location? Brian Gage agree on the secret price Forrest wants is specific and exact. It will be in the plain sight when everyone accepts it, and the reality will head out, in my opinion. WB. Secrets are easier to keep when you don't know them in the first place. So, Gather Champion, let me ask you this. If you look up the definition of secret in the dictionary, you're going to get the word private. A synonym of secret is private. So, if you're going to say Forrest Fenn's secret is kept somewhere, you're going to have to say that it's kept in a private location. It's not on public land. It's not on Indian land. It's not in the Yellowstone. A secret is private. You're talking about private property here. Okay, Larry, come on, Brian. You know it was 2 hours, LOL. No offense to any solvers out there, but I have not seen a convincing solve with conclusive evidence to support it besides your own solve. Is anyone else? Ugh. Private and embarrassing. Catherine, it was private and embarrassing. Do you think that Forrest Fenn broke the law to get the information that he got? That's the question you have to ask yourself. You know, was he trespassing? Did he break the law? You know, because he says he doesn't like to walk right down the center line. He likes to hang out on the edges. Did Forrest Fenn break the law to get the information he holds? He did not break the law. Ugh. I think he was a grave robber, Catherine. And that's what he talked about Fenn being a grave robber. He stole information is what he did. He got it. He got it. Not legally. He got that information not legally. Trust me on that one. Okay, if you read through the poem, there are multiple lines in that poem that tell me that Forrest was up to nefarious activity. The line that says, just take it, just take it, just take the just. To take something means to steal it. If you just took something, you stole it. And then if you read in the beginning of Drill the Chase, he talks about a pickpocket. Somebody who's, a pickpocket is a guy who steals something. So what is this element to the chase where Fenn is talking about stealing things? Do you think that Forrest Fenn has some kind of information that she does not want to be associated with? In other words, he wants this to be associated with the soldier, not necessarily him. He wants to disassociate himself with it. David Bassano, the all-knowing Fenn ghost. David, I'm curious as to know why is your hat always floating? Your hat is always floating. Are you in the wood? Are you in the wood when your hat's floating like that? Wow, got 40 people in you. Pretty amazing. Finder by itself is questionable, how Birdie. Yeah, I mean, what is a finder, Alberti? When you're talking about writers, I can call anything a finder. A viewfinder of a camera, a finder's fee is when I go find you a business opportunity and pay you. That's a finder. We have to define what we're talking about here. Oh, the floating hat is just a gig thing like the guy over the fence on the Tool Time show. Oh, okay. It's like you're peeking over the fence there, David Paisano. You're hiding in the wood, peeking over the fence with that floating hat. Really interesting. You met fan David Paisano? I've never met fan. I've never met fan in person. I kept him up at night, I can tell you that much. He had many sleepless nights dealing with me. I was referred to as the Phantom. I was referred to as many things. I scared Fed, man. Catherine Champion, imagine the chats if people read the solution. Yeah, I mean, people would be probably shocked if they read that solution. I mean, they would be completely shocked. Well, of course, five living ways, they're going to try to make up a story. That's what they have to do because they stole something. You understand something? These are thieves you're dealing with. These are people of low moral character. They have no moral compass. Moral truth doesn't mean anything to them. Their compass is just spinning in circles. They don't know north or south, east, west. They have no moral compass. They don't care about the truth at all. The truth is something that they write on a piece of paper. They don't give a shit. Can we all agree that 9 Mile Hole is not an engineered solution, Treasure Hunter? Okay, Treasure Hunter. You know, let's look at 9 Mile Hole. Let's look at this solution, okay? We get it, we're around water holes. Okay, I guess we're starting at is it the fire hole? That's where we're starting. And take it in the canyon down the Madison Canyon. Put in below the Homer well. That that Fenn Rock is their Homer well. They're saying that they're putting in below the Homer ground, which is Brown. All of that sequence makes sense to me up to that point. But then the poem says from there it's no place for the meek. Okay, meaning that you'd have to cross the river. That makes sense to me. Okay, from there it's no place for the meek. The end is ever dwelling line. Well, I don't know what that line means. And then the line, there will be no paddle up your creek doesn't make any sense. Just heavy loads and water high. None of that stuff makes any sense at night hole. It just doesn't make any sense. The solution just goes right up a cliff at that point. It doesn't make any sense. Why can't it make sense of it? So far, the people who read the solution and the end of how it was done don't talk. In my opinion, the read would shut down the cheese tracks. You're right, Catherine Champion. Now here's the thing. When you get to the end and you solve the poem, you're supposed to read something. The question is, what are you reading? Because in the poem it says the answer I already know. If you look at the word already, it has the word read in it. You're supposed to read the answer. Okay, you're supposed to read the answer. And Forrest Fenn himself said, read me the poem. Read me the poem. And the game is over. He said, I don't care about that treasure chest. The treasure chest has nothing to do with what's going on here. In other words, the treasure chest is nothing more than an afterthought. It was a lure. It was something that Stan thought about later in order to trap everybody with red meat to attract everybody into the chase. You're not going to get into a chase if you don't think there's some prize. So you have to throw that out there. That was the advertisement for the chase. So it throws the advertisement out there for everybody to jump in, and it's basically a bait and switch, is what it is. Okay. Now at the end of his life, he said, "Read me the poem." I don't need to know. I don't even need to see pictures of that treasure chest, is what he said. He's definitely not essentially an architect. Is there even a hole at 9 Mile Hole? Uh, Hercules, 9 Mile Hole is a hole card. It was Fenn's way of getting himself out. Except how does a person in a wheelchair cross a river? Treasure under. It doesn't make any sense. 9 Mile Hole falls apart. It's a horrible solution. There's no. Where is the paddle? There'll be no paddle up your creek. Heavy loads of water hauling. Where is the heavy loads? Where's the water hauling? Explain to me the heavy loads of water hauling. I haven't heard a single rational person explain what is heavy loads at 9 Mile Hole. Crossing the Madison is no place for the meek. Yeah, you could say, if you're Catherine, if you're thinking about it, like from there, it's no place for the meek. So there's a Bible verse that says the meek will inherit the earth. So if I tell you from there, from the edge of that river, it's no place for the meek. So somebody who isn't a meek person, the meek are going to inherit the earth, not the water. Okay, does that make sense? The meek will inherit the earth, not the water. So from there, it's no place for the meek. He's telling you that on the water. I agree. I understand that. But then there's no paddle up your creek, just heavy loads. Where's the heavy loads at? If you tell me those rocks are heavy loads, that's crazy. Why would that have to do with anything? Big rocks, heavy loads, lifting those things. No, you don't want any pictures, Catherine. You don't want any pictures because it just had nothing to do with the solution. That's exactly right, WB. Don't tell me you found a chest, just read me what the poem says. In other words, he's saying if you sold this poem, it doesn't have anything to do with finding that treasure chest. Okay, so here's the other thing, WB. Forrest Fenn told Jack, send me pictures of the chest. And then you hear him in the audio recording saying, I don't even want to see pictures of the chest. Just read me the poem. I mean, what kind of a contradiction is that? On one hand, in these fake emails, he's telling Jack to send him pictures of the chest. And then in the audio recording with Dale Neitzel, you're hearing him tell Dale, just read me the poem. I don't even need to see pictures of the chest. If that's true, then why is he asking Jack for pictures of the chest? Treasure Hunter. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Treasure Hunter. I do believe there's another Paul. I believe this whole treasure hunt is about a Paul. He has nothing to do with the chest. Nothing at all. And that's why he's saying, read me the Paul. Also, he told Dale Langsall the same thing. He told Dale, he said the senator would be able to read him a Paul. Well, Jack said there was no Paul. There was no Paul. He said it wasn't in the olive jar. Well, if Jack was really the solver, he would have opened that olive jar. The fact that he didn't open that olive jar just tells me that he's a still under a non-disclosure agreement. Nominate the best solution is far and force the assholes that work for fans to tip the hand. Well, we'll find out what Shiloh's up to here. Shiloh hasn't paid his bills. Okay? His electricity's gonna get turned off because he owes money all over town. And that's just the way it is. It doesn't matter what they say. I'm sorry, his electricity's going to shut off because he hasn't paid his bills. Yup, treasure owner, Dale told the truth. Dale Wurzel told the truth. He said if Jack is actually the solver, he's going to know about this problem, and Jack didn't know the shit thing about it. So Jack is not the solver. Now we've got Kate running around. Here we go with another one of Kate Bro's stupid shit things. So she's trying to create this fake narrative about Justin Posey. Justin Posey has the chest, and the second column is hidden behind the wood. And if you're breathing in the wood, if you're in the wood inside that chest, there's a second column. This is Gabriel coming up with this garbage. She's trying to feed the community more garbage. It's more bullshit, more garbage. It's just endless bullshit she comes up with. And I think it's her and Cynthia together, feeding the community crap. Um, David, that's how it shows that when his lights turned off. Well, David, you don't get to make that choice. The solver does. Okay? The solver has nails of steel. Unlike most of you guys. You're just a bunch of pussies. I'm here to tell you that. And that's all you've ever been. Okay? You may not like to hear that, but that's what you are. And Shiloh has no business doing anything. He hasn't consulted the solver. He's running around like he's a king, and he can do whatever he wants. If he wants to shut the chase down, go right ahead. It doesn't matter. He hasn't paid his bills. I already stated in the beginning that Forrest then ran up a bar tab and left the building. Right, kid. Anybody in their right mind would have opened that jar as soon as they found the treasure chest. Okay, for the fact that Jack didn't open that means that Jack never found anything. He just sat in the lawyer's office for pictures. Is the poem in the olive jar that John Guy has? Well, Belinda, we don't know. Maybe that's the reason that John is in a pickle. That John Paul is black is in a pickle. Because if he does have this poem, it's in this olive jar. He has no business having it. Because John Paul is black. He's just an extension of Jack Stith and the people that worked with Jack Stith. I mean, it, it's like you. It's like you selling something to your friend, okay? So you could get it. It's like laundering something. You just laundered something in order to get your hands on it. That's what you did. You know full well that Justin Posey looked behind that one. Yeah, a treasure hunter, he looked behind that one and there's nothing there. It's a joke. You're just wasting your time pulling your leg. It's for gullible people. Uh, Why do you think the solver is made of steel? Well, the other champion, we're going to find out, I guess. Shiloh is quote unquote international news. That's what Gabriel said the other night. Quote unquote international news coming from Shiloh. How is Shiloh going to drop international news? Has he got another treasure hunt coming? With the family wanted to get away from the first treasure hunt. What is international news? And who is telling Gabriel the stuff? Where does Gabriel come off saying international news? What about the international news? David Parasaro, where do you get this Dell's unpaid information? David, Shiloh was running around with a lie, okay? His lie is Jack's his. He said Jack is the finder, he's playing a game. He's Shiloh and his family screwed the solver over, okay? So he's running around after screwing the solver over, thinking he can move forward. Sorry, it doesn't work like that, Shiloh. You have to go back and undo what you did wrong. We're not going anywhere. If you didn't understand that, David, you don't belong here. Period. You don't belong in this channel if you can't understand that. Real searchers are pissed off as hell that that family can use a treasure chest to lie to the public, screw the server over, and keep playing their little silly games. In Forrest and Heavy's stamp collection, giant olive jars are found in shipwrecks. Do you speak of someone known solver? What is this based on? It's not any soft convinced you can say you feel it. Identify solver. Five leaf blaze. I know there was a solver. Forrest that alluded to it. It's all through the information in the scrapbooks, even in the fine statement. The treasure has been found. Solver was in there. Solver was in the chase's altar. It's all in there. 100% followed it. Forrest then gave out the name of the solver and everything. I don't think so, Brian. I mean, I think there may be a reproduct for another chest out. Well, it could be another chest. But the fact of the matter is that contents, I don't think you could reproduce it all. No way. Travel is chicken and will not meet this offer. You're right, Catherine. He's a chicken. That's right. He's not brave and in the what? He's not brave. The Tom says if you're brave and Shiloh's not brave, so Shiloh's not going to get anything. Period. Shiloh's going to be written out of the process. And because Shiloh chooses that, because Shiloh thinks he's smart and he can do what he wants to do. But it has not worked up to this point for the family, and it's not going to work until they come to grips with this ending. And then it's not going to work. What if the solver is letting Shiloh off the hook? Well, how is the solver letting Shiloh walk out, David? If he can't move the story forward, he's trying to move the story forward. David, he even said he's working on Epic. Everybody's seen the pictures he's released. He released a picture of some flowers in his kitchen. We all know what he's talking about. All of us in the know what he's talking about. He's moving that story forward, is what he said. Okay, if you're gonna try to move that story forward, how's he can't get off the hook? The solver knows what dare means. Oh, well, Catherine, if you know everything, the deal doesn't really work. I have met Charlie, he seems like an alright guy. Okay, that's fine, but he's still playing games. The solver know why the girl from India can't see it. Rich people think they can hold poor people out of the solver is poor. Uh, well, he surrounds himself with layers of people and attorneys and all this other nonsense. I think, you know, you know, he ain't gonna get him anywhere in the end. My lawyer picked someone to make this about watch the actual liar squirm over yourself obvious or get past and destroy the wicked in this or you'll never get your mind back. And finally, place. Try to remember the family will never be able to complain about the end because it could cost them everything. So anyone thinks they're just going to fess up someday is going to be very sad. Try to remember that's really interesting. Okay, they are in a pickle, a conundrum the families. Okay, let me explain this. So the entire treasure hunt was a sham. But behind the sham, there's a real story to tell. Okay. Now Shiloh is out telling people he's already told Candidius that he wants to honor with his grandfather's wishes. With what is Forrest Fenn's wishes? He has a story to tell. He has a legacy that he wants to leave. And Shiloh's trying to honor that. Okay. The question is, how is Shiloh going Shiloh going to honor that legacy? How is he going to go about doing it? Well, we know he's in there. He's running around with media people. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter that he runs around with these media people. He has a fake finder, which is named Jack. Okay. How does he come down off that pedestal? How does he, how does he admit that this whole thing was fake and reconcile these two realities? How does he do that for the family? He wants to tell this other story, but he can't because he's backed himself in a corner with Jack. How does he get out of this thing? Yeah, David, I proposed that a couple of years ago that this is someone else's treasure hunt and he is the front person. Wow, 50 people in here. That's pretty impressive. So Mario, you never told me if you've ever been over here to the United States to search for this treasure. If you ever got any boots on the ground, did you ever fall over here and got anything, or was it all just computer stuff? Hercules, it's all head games. Fenn was clearly a headhunter. You know, Forrest said that the treasure that he found was when he was 9 years old. His most important treasure was a little arrowhead he found with his father on Elm Creek. That is his treasure. He says what it is. So I'm the chest is that arrowhead he found on Elm Creek. Okay, I'm violently blazed. I'm going to read you a statement. Oh, and I'm telling you what, no ciphers. Forrest Fenn cipher. What's up into this? Oh, let's see here. He said, I don't know if I can find, I gotta find this for it first. Let me search for this for you. We'll read this to you. The average searcher who is writing this book to this shit show of what is the purpose. Maverick searcher. Are you talking about this show today, or are you talking about the chase in general, Maverick searcher? It's a shit show, is what I said. I agree with you. It's a total shit show. Treasure hunter. Maybe Forrest real treasure was all the news that searchers standing over the years. Yeah, treasure hunter, I've often thought about that. It just take the chest. There were certain women that were reading that in the hall where they thought that meant take a picture of their chest and send it to it. And that's what they were doing. Just take the chest. And they were sending pictures of their chest over. They thought that would give them something. Just take the chest. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Five Blues Blaze, this is for you. April 26th of 2014. Some searchers overrate the complexity of the search. Knowing about head pressures, foot pounds, acre feet, Bible verses, Latin. I like this one, Latin. Well, this have to do with Latin. Cubic inches, icons, fonts, charts, graphs, formulas, curved lines, magnetic variations, codes, depth meters, riddles, drones, or ciphers will not assist anyone to the treasure location. Although those things have been offered as positive solutions. Excellent research materials are the throw the chase Google Earth and or a good map. No computer. I did decipher the clues there in my column forest. I mean, I can see what they're saying. They're finally decipher the clues in my poll. Yeah. Forrest Fenn, he is the GOAT. Oh, well, for a GOAT is a kid. A GOAT is a kid. You know, Hercules, he said there are 9 clues in the poem. But you know what? If you read that first line, as I have gone along in there, you can find the word nine in between the words, okay? It's German though. It's German for no. As I have gone along in there, and the answer to that is no. He did not go along in there. That means there's other people involved. As I have gone along in there, in between the words is the word nine, which is no in German. So he did not go along in there. He's telling you he did not go along in there. Nine, no in German. Nine clues. The 9 clues. Very tricky, very deceptive. As I have gone along in there. And what is alone? If you look in the scrapbook, go look at the scrapbooks. What is alone? Thorstein talks about running to the bank to get a loan. He doesn't do the bank to get a loan. So maybe Thorstein is loaning you something. You know? A savings loan or slow, they're slow. There's the word long in it. Wolf's the secret is a secret. Well, the wolf is featured in the end of Once Upon a While. You know, the wolf is caught in a trap and then he has to chew his leg off to get out of the trap. The wolf is in the wood too. All right, forever. We'll see you around, man. Great questions. In fact, he's some of the best. All the rest of these guys, they just start, I don't know where their minds are. Yeah, as I was going along in there, where do you know you get along, Bill? You know in a bank to get along. That's where you get along from a bank. Galaxy, what do you think of Luke Cage videos? Uh, Luke Cage videos are pretty informative. Very informative. I think Luke Cage is pointing out a bunch of things that people are not observing. I think he's pointing out some obvious things that Forrest said that most people just aren't paying attention to, you know? Borrowing 86,000, does that account for inflation, Bill? Here's a question for all of you guys, unrelated to the chase. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Is it the 49ers? Is it the Ravens? Is it the Detroit Lions? How about the Buffalo Bills? Well, they can't give you the answer 5 week plays. If they give you the answer, there's no money left in anything. Brian Gates Chiefs are going to make a comeback. You know, Brian, the Raiders destroyed the Chiefs. The Raiders just destroyed the Chiefs. I mean, nothing was working for Patrick Mahomes. Eagles, Ravens. Okay. You know what? I honestly, after watching the Ravens destroy the 49ers, I have to say it's probably going to be the Ravens. One of the teams in there is going to be the Ravens. The Vikings will never make it in there. Yeah, how about the Cleveland Browns? And Mahomes looks so confused. You're right. You're right. He fumbled. He threw interceptions. Um, I hate to say it though, Buffalo looked terrible too. I mean, Buffalo playing the the Chargers, and we're talking about the Chargers, and they barely beat them by 2 points. And the Josh Allen, I mean, you're talking the guy had fear in his eyes. I mean, I thought it was going to be a blowout. It barely beat them. Unbelievable. Just barely. And the Cowboys, they suck. I mean, they suck. Dak Prescott, the guy's terrible. He needs protection. If he doesn't have an hour in the pocket, he just gets throws the ball away. He needs constant protection. That guy does. Brian, I like the Ravens. I really do. I mean, if you're asking me the teams that I think are the best teams, I think the Ravens and the 49ers are the two best teams in all of football right now. Uh, maybe the Eagles. The Eagles have slipped, in my opinion, to maybe number three. I'd say the 49ers and the Ravens. Yeah, let's see. Lions got the sharper. Yeah, I think Joff, the quarterback for the Lions, is really good. Really good. They played. They played the Denver Broncos in Detroit, and man, that was incredible. That was some incredible football. I could see Detroit going there. Definitely. LA, they're pirate. How's it going, live? What's new in your world? Hercules, you need to ask Benjamin Franklin about that. That electric bill is pretty expensive. Pirate that Forrest Fenn said that somewhere in his past life there was a pirate, and there actually was a pirate. His name was John Fenn. John Fenn was chased in the wood, and they hung him. His name is John Fenn. Look him up on the internet. He was hung. They caught him in the wood, and they hung him. John Holmes was wrong also. Don't know anything about Holmes there, Hercules. They say Forrest was home too. Bill. Bill. Spoils have been a little inflationary this year. You know, Forrest said that he studied treasure hunts before his treasure hunt, and it was and the treasure hunts that he studied were pirate treasure hunts. You think he means you think piracy is about copyright material? Forrest is 5'2" until he pays up. Yeah, he hasn't paid his bills 5 boys. He owes money all over town. Piracy was about not paying tax to the crown. Failed attorney. Who's the failed attorney here? Barb Anderson? Is that you, Barb? Under the name failed attorney? I saw Barb this morning. I think she was in the collected works store. She went live. I think she still thinks she's the solver. She's still telling the world that she solved the problem. Yeah, Barb, she thinks she's a solver. She's convinced. I still haven't seen her solution, though. I want to see her solution and the actual spot that she's talking about. Like, I don't think she released that. Did she ever release the exact spot? I want to see the exact spot. She says she's over there in she's somewhere over in I think she said the Kit Carson National Forest, but she doesn't release where's the spot. Show us the spot. You know, release it in the book. What's the deal? Yeah, Dave Ware is the solver. That's what he says. Yeah, you know what Billy Bob is, Brand Gates? You know what a Billy Bob is? It's flood for hire. He says that there were a few Billy Bobs around town. We know that Jack is Bill. He said that Jack is Bill. But Jack said that Forrest called him Bill. You know why he called him Bill? Because he bought Jack for money, dollar bills. And Bob means to filch or steal or jack something. So that Billy Bob is flood for hire. That's what Billy Bob is. So Jack was flood for hire. Jack, Bill, Steve, MJ, Enzer. We'll see you later, man. How do I add, how do I let people join the chat here? Hey, do I have to be on Zoom in order to do that? I mean, how do I get people to join in here? Somebody can join the channel and talk. Jackie's a real fictional character. Well, that's what Pam said. Pam said that Jack is as real as the authors that came up with him. Jack, people know the solution. Yeah, they do. There's a bunch of them that know the solution. They just don't want to claim it as their solution. Is Jack real? Okay, we have a poll going here with 20 votes. And 80% of the people say Jack is not real. Jack Steve is as real as Santa Claus. You know what's interesting? Even the 20% of people that are saying, so you got 20, you got 5 people saying that Jack is real out of 20. And they're fake. They're just saying that is to be contrary. They don't believe that. You got a bunch of people in this chase, and I can prove it too. They go around claiming Jack is real, but they're only doing that because they're fake. They know Jack isn't real, but they'll tell everybody publicly that he's real. But in other words, they don't represent their real position. They're not representing how they feel. They're basically lying to you. I thought it was as high as 97% thought Jack was fake. I agree, Jack represents an event. That's all it was. Forrest put Jack's name out to get revenge for the Sarah Palin incident. No, I honestly, I think, in a way, Jack Steve was selected as a jackass. You know, like Gail Neitzel said that Jack the jerk. Well, Jack is short for jackass. So Jack was a jackass. Well, it falls down to 77%. We have 22 votes, 23% say Jack is real. Wow. Well, you know what side these plays? Who in their right mind would cause the chance to be retrieved, photoed in situ, and lie in New Mexico State Court? Oh, that's easy for us. Well, the fact of the matter is, five leaf plays getting in tales. Okay, he knew he was gonna die. He's at the end of his life. He doesn't care. He's jumping ship. He doesn't care. That's why he ran this thing at the end of his life. He doesn't care. He's out of here. So, I mean, you're arguing with a dead man. It doesn't do you any good. Jonathan Jack Stoof. Well, here's the other thing about Jack Stoof. Supposedly, Jack Stoof was born in Fenton, Michigan. Okay, how the hell could a guy with this born in Fenton, Michigan, find Forrest Fenn's treasure chest? That's impossible. That fact alone is impossible. I mean, Fenton, Michigan, Fenton, look it up. Jack Stoof, Fenton, Michigan. That's what his address was. 24 votes, 21% say yes, Jack is real, 79% say Jack is not real. Well, Skippy never had a plan B. Says that right in the book. Skippy never had a plan B. He only had one plan, and it was plan A. Now, Forrest, he thinks he's got a plan B. He thinks he's different than Skippy. Well, damn, I mean, all they're going to do is just wear you out eventually. They're never going to tell you anything. They can't. They're not going to give it away. But, but, Brian Gage, you're like so onto this stuff. You're like all over this shit, man. You're starting to see this stuff. And the guys that won't tell you that, Ryan, what you're telling, that proves to me you're not fake. The other guys won't tell you this stuff. What they're putting out there proves Jack is totally fake. But the rest of these guys, they won't put that stuff out. That's how you know they're fake. Chad was Chad was willing to eat Fenn's ass. That's why he was awarded the treasure. But I agree with you, Copium. He was a Billy Bob. Jack was nothing more than a guy who was willing to do anything for money. If you read about Jack Stoof on Reddit, Jack was pillaging credit cards. He was stealing credit cards. He was ripping credit card companies off, okay? He was nothing but a petty crook, a petty crook that had been fired from the Wonkat because he made fun of Sarah Palin's kid, okay? And then they pick him up. These people pick Jack up and then use him. That's all they did was use the guy for a media story. And you know what? Jack probably feels really stupid about the whole thing right now. Now he's just basically, he can't really come forward. He can't do anything. He's stuck in a box. He's like, what do you do now that you've been, yeah, they've said you're the finder of a treasure chest you never found. You can't ever go public and tell the truth. You just stop. Your life is just over. You can't do anything. Somebody just used you for their purposes. Epic international news to come, guys. The international news epic to come for Shiloh. He's good for it. Or the band, he's good for it. He's really going to do it. He's going for it. Okay, so the soul is the treasure, pirate says. Well, the treasure is different depending on who you're asking. Hmm. Mario says a piece of paper is the treasure. I agree with you, Mario. That I agree with. I totally agree with you. It's a piece of paper. But what's written on that paper? Well, yeah, and that's true. The treasure is the story. What story? What story are you talking about? When you say the story, what story are you talking about? But in the story, it could be something made up. Look it up in the dictionary. What story is something that's fake? It's made up. You know, it's like someone saying he told them a story. A story is something fake. I give you title to the goal. Title to the goal. I mean, could the title be the name of something, someone? I give you title, the title is your name. Could a treasure be a family tree? Because if you look at the word treasure, you got the word tree in treasure. So could the treasure that he's talking about be a family tree? In his book, he talks about his grandmother, he talks about his dad, he talks about his relatives. Phillips and marketing tells the title to the gold. Well, I think what he was saying there is he gives you title to the gold. He's just trying to tell you that I give you a bestseller. I give you a bestseller is all he's telling you. I'm going to give you a bestseller. Well, is what he's saying. Oh, finally, Blaze Palm gets you within 5 decimal places. Well, Five Leaf Blaze, if you put out the actual location, I mean, you have the actual location that you have published on the internet. Oh, I see. See, you're holding on to your location because you want paid for it. I get you. You know, well, Five Leaf Blaze, you think there's anything at your spot? I mean, maybe there's something buried there. Well, Five Leaf Blaze, the poem says, if you're braving in the wood, it says dig. The word dig appears in the wood. So if you're in the right wood, according to the poem, you dig. And Forrest told the searcher, I think he was stop. He got himself in big trouble because Forrest said you're digging where you're not supposed to. You're digging where you're not supposed to, he said. Alberti, that finally blazing may still be there. You should go and it is safe. Well, Alberti, don't you think that many people have it in their pocket? Have a copy of it in their pocket? How many people keep the poem in their pocket? Forrest Fenn has a note right there in his top pocket. I mean, look at Jack Stiff. Jack Stiff is in the office. Forrest has a note in his top pocket, a yellow note in his top pocket. Apparently, I can keep my secret where. Well, how can his secret if a bunch of people know about it already? How's that a secret if other people know about it? He didn't take no secret with him. That's all just part of the show. That's part of the show. Pandora's box. Yeah, I mean, he said basically when somebody finds that troll, opens it, he says it's going to open Pandora's box. But I mean, if the troll isn't even out there, then how's it open? Okay, guys, so not much here to talk about. This one wanted to talk about Cape Grill here. Don't really have much else to say. Yeah, okay, Alberti, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming on. I wish I knew how they'll do. People could join the show and talk, but obviously, I think you have to have Zoom connected in here. Thanks for coming in, Mario. Thanks, Tommy. We'll see you guys all around sometime. All right, we'll see you around, man. Bueno, peace out. Happy trails. We'll see you, kid. Hercules. We'll see you, Brian. Shake Walker. Amy. Cheers, y'all.